Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corn dog.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. Until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the pizza craver's pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hey, hello there, and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, as it says right here. And together we will be embarking on a trivia odyssey through 50 points of movie trivia, puzzles, all kinds of fun stuff. Today is game 3 of our little mini season tournament, the Winter Clash. It is Valentine's Day. If you've been wondering why I've been spelling it with an extra T, it's because I did it by accident when I posted this, and fuck it, I'm leaning into it. I'm owning Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. I got to change this balloon. I got to put a little piece of masking tape on it, put the T in there in Valentine's Day. So yeah, it's game 3. I realized I did not post the standings last week. It was a busy week. But I will I'll post last week's and this week's tomorrow or Friday. So we'll see how we're doing. There's also, I realize I haven't been doing double points opportunities, but I'll figure something out. This kind of, it's just a goof, this Winter Clash. It's just for fun, testing new stuff out, and just a way to be here with you all here in the cold months. All right, so let's jump in to our Valentine's Day. Let's get in game with Doctor Strange here. This doesn't make sense without the multiplex of madness, but I still like it. It's still nice. All right. So hope everybody is having a good Valentine's Day. I mean, it's Wednesday, right? You're gonna you have done stuff last weekend or you're gonna do something this weekend. Tonight's Wednesday. You're here with me. I am your Valentine. All right. So our first round tonight is going to be called Love and War. It's all about romance films set during wartime, of which there are a ton. Apparently, I realize it's like I guess it's the dichotomy of the horrors of war plus the highs and glory of love. But so this round's going to work a little differently. Like I said, being experimental this season. I'm going to show you. You're going to see all of your, well, let's just open it up and see if it's working well. All right, so the way what the crux of this round here, what you're gonna do is I've got over here 10, or no, not 10, 8 movies that take place, they're love stories of some stripe that take place during a war. On the other side there, you've got the war. You've got to match them. So you should be seeing all 8 questions at once. This is a different, trying something different with this. So let me make sure this is let me see what you guys see. Okay, great. Yes, they're all out there. So you should be able to use the there we go. And yes, so this image has your movies and your wars match. There's no duplicates. That just put the right one with the right movie. All right, and refer back to the image either here on the stream or in question number 1. All right, I'm going to give you 3.5 minutes to do this. Just try, seeing what we can do that's a little different. So you got them all opened up. They are separate questions, but all on, I think, one submit button. So yeah, just match them up and let me know. Send them over to me when you're ready. And also, you'll see I wrote the Great War. Don't write World War I for whichever one of these is World War I. Write the Great War because it'll confuse the software with World War I and II. It'll think it's correct. So just write them as you see them, as I wrote them over there. Also, there's 2 revolutions, so make sure that you're specific in that. There's also 2 civil wars, so make sure that you're specific with those. I mean, American Civil War, I assume if you write Civil War, you mean that. All right, so about 2.5 minutes, plenty of time. How's everybody doing out there? I know you're working, but dead air to me is like nails on a chalkboard. In I so I hope you're good. All right. You're doing good. Hopefully you're enjoying this format. Hopefully you're having a good Valentine's or Valentine's Day. I'm just looking at your answers here. Looking good so far. All right, you got about 30 seconds. It is loose with this format because I don't have a timer embedded in the quiz itself. But I am going to put 15 seconds on the clock here on the stream. I will add a couple seconds mentally to account for lag, or I know there's inherently a lag, and there's also you might, if you're playing on your phone, there's a couple extra seconds lag. But we got 3, 2, 1. Time is just about up. I'm going to give it a few more seconds, make sure that everybody gets theirs in. All right, let me compare. Let's compare. We've got 19 teams and we've got 17 submissions. All right, so I am going to lock this now. Here we go. It is locked in. All right. Let's look at. I'm revealing the answers here on the stream. So if you can hear me and you can't see me, you want to scroll up. The first one is the American Civil War, Cold Mountain. Everybody who submitted got that one right. Dr. Zhivago is during the Russian Revolution. Atonement is during World War II. That tripped some people up. That's the one with Keira Knightley and James McAvoy. Hang on, somebody should get that one correct. Okay. I'm grading them as I read them off. The African Queen. This was tricky. It does actually intersect with the Great War. That's where it lines up. Coming Home is very much about Vietnam and a Vietnam veteran. The next one, The Last of the Mohicans. This one tripped some people up, thought it might be during the American Revolution, but it's actually during the French and Indian War, which was the American theater of the 7 Years' War. Question number 7, For Whom the Bell Tolls. This was tricky too. It's actually set during the Spanish Civil War. And Drums Along the Mohawk is it's a John Ford movie from 1939, starring I think it was Gregory Peck, and it is let's reveal it. It takes place during the American Revolution. All right, so let's hang on. I have not used this format yet, so let me see. There we go. All right, so we got 89% of teams, really 100. Everybody who submitted got the Civil War, Russian Revolution. About half got Atonement. 37% got the African Queen. That was a tough one. That was definitely tricky. Almost everybody got Coming Home. A little tough on For Whom the Bell Tolls and Drums Along the Mohawk. But overall, pretty good. Let's see how that shakes out in the standings here. We got Frozen Stallone and Trivia Rocks with 3. Avis and Bobo, Winning Wheel of Death, Chris the Curator, and Sterling Cooper Rolling Deli Bets with 4. The Oslo Condition with 5. Green Woods, Subtitles Hurt My Brain, Ned's Nibblers, Powder from the Movie Powder, Platinum Stance, American Hot Dogs, all with 6. And starting off with a perfect 8 apiece, we've got a 4-way tie for first place between We Own This City, Primetime Players, Marley's Chains, and Poor Things. All right, so nice start to the game. Yes, I know it was tough, but I figured you could use like some context clues of if you know anything about the movie or could picture some of pictures like the costumes. The costumes are kind of the giveaway for these movies and their time periods. All right, so that's going to bring us to our picture round. All right, the picture round is called Down in the Dumps. It's all about characters who were dumped in movies. All right, so the way this is going to work, let's open it up and show it to you here. There it is. All right, so you're going to name the actor who each character, so there's like, if it's very clear who it is, like number 3, there's only one person there. If there's a couple people in frame, it's pointing to the person who got dumped. The character got dumped. Don't give me the character that they were left for, but give me the actor who plays the character they were left for. So number 2, for instance, that's Bradley Cooper. I'm pointing at Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is not the answer. The actor who plays the person who the person next to him left him for is the answer, right? I think it makes sense, right? Don't name who's in the frame, name who that character got dumped for, and the actor who plays them. All right, I will give you let's say 4 minutes for this one, a standard 4 for this one. Putting that on the clock now. All right, name the actor who each character gets dumped for. All right, you got about 2 minutes left. You're about halfway through the timer for this picture round. Based on your answer so far, it seems like you understand conceptually what we're talking about here. All right, I'll get a All right, you got like 20-ish seconds left. All right. I'm going to start the countdown timer in a couple seconds. And here we go. All right, send your answers my way. All right, time is just about up. I'm going to give it a couple extra seconds to let people send in their answers before I lock it in. Oh, it's starting the music again. I always tell it don't loop. It insists on looping. All right, now let's lock these answers in. Here we go. All right, let me go. I'm going to go through these as I tell you. I'm gonna grade them. All right, number one, that is from Bridget Jones's Diary. This one looked, I guess, was a little harder than I thought it was. That's from Bridget Jones's Diary, and that's Hugh Grant, and he gets dumped for Colin Firth. Hang on, I have the answers right here. Number two, that is from Wedding Crashers, and almost everybody got this. He got dumped for Bradley Cooper gets dumped for Owen Wilson. Number three, that's from Legally Blonde, and she gets left for Selma Blair. Selma Blair is the actress. A good chunk of teams got that one. Nice. All right, number four, that's The Wedding Singer, and he gets left for Adam Sandler, probably the most deserving dumpy on this list. Number five, that is from Enchanted, and that is James Marsden, who, as one team put in their answer, he never has luck. He's been dumped. He got dumped for Patrick Dempsey in Enchanted. He's been dumped for Superman in Superman Returns, and dumped for Wolverine. He's constantly just getting the shaft. All right, question number six. That's from Sleepless in Seattle. So she gets left for he gets left. That's Pullman. He gets left for Hanks. Number seven, that is Reality Bites. Reality Bites is the movie shown there. So that's Ben Stiller gets left for Ethan Hawke. And number eight is Serendipity. And that is I forget that actress's name, but she gets left for Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale is your answer in that one. Handful of teams got those. All right. So Colin Firth was harder than I thought it would be. I thought more people would know Bridget Jones, Dempsey, Sandler. Those were the highest ones. Tough round, probably a tough game so far. Tough Valentine's Day. So I hope you're not having a tough Valentine's Day already, because I'm adding insult to injury if you're already having a bad day. Water break. All right, so let's before we check the scores and standings, let's go to our short round time. It's a quick way to rack up 4 points. I think you'll bounce back if you've had a rough one these first two rounds. I think the short round's pretty easy. It's called Counting the Days, and it's number of days in rom-com titles. All right, so give me the number. Each one of these is just give me the number. Okay, the exact number in the title of these movies. The number of Days of Summer with Zooey Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Fine Days with George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer. 3, number of days Kate Hudson has to lose Matthew McConaughey. And 4, The Days Not Nights with Harrison Ford and Han Heche. All right, the days, not the nights in that one. All right, so this is just doing numbers. So I'm gonna give you, I don't know, I'll give you like a minute to 90 seconds maybe to do this. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep a hard count on this one. I'll just hang out with you for a bit until it seems reasonable to hit the timer. All right. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Stiller the least deserving dumpy. Interesting. Yeah, I have to look at the pictures again. I feel like Serendipity, she got a raw deal in that one. She was a good person in that. Like, and Stiller did like mess up Winona Ryder's. Oh, but that's true. Ethan Hawke is fucking terrible. She made a terrible choice. I don't know if Stiller was the least deserving, but she made the worst choice for sure. All right, I've got about 16 teams in. I think that's what we've got. I'm gonna put the timer here on the stream. Hang on, let me look at those again and see who I think is the least deserving. I mean, like, yeah, Marsden, he's like a one-dimensional character, but he sucks. I don't remember Pullman's character enough, but he's not great, right? Hugh Grant deserved it. Bradley Cooper deserved it. I mean, she doesn't deserve it either. Elle Woods. All right, so let me just look through this real quick, make sure that you've that everybody's getting their points. All right, and okay, yep, and cool, we're good. All right, so let's open this up, see how you did. All right, we got 500 Days of Summer. We've got One Fine Day is the Clooney movie. How to Lose in 10 Days, and 6 Days, 7 Nights, which I didn't realize until I was researching this is a Reitman joint. I didn't realize Ivan Reitman directed that movie. I remember Schwimmer. Schwimmer's the dumpy in that one. He sucks. He's a deserving dumpy in that movie, if I remember correctly. Most dumpies in the movie are like, this is a good point here in the chat. Elle didn't deserve it, but she did need it. Yeah, she deserved better. Winning Wheel of Death wrote 1. Okay, let me go back and look at that. Let me see why it didn't take it. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, that's weird. Couple teams. Yeah, hang on. I don't know why it didn't accept that. I will adjust. A couple teams are in that boat with the with the 1. I will adjust that during the next round. Okay, I will go back and in that. Yeah, Schwimmer gets dumped for Harrison Ford in 6. I think, right? Is that they do end up together? I haven't seen that movie in like 25 years. But yeah, Schwimmer is the dumpy in that one. All right. So teams that typed 1, I will fix that as you guys are working on the next round. But in the meantime, these are the scores until I adjust those. We got Trivia Rocks with 3, Ned's Nibblers and Chris the Curator, both with 8, Frozen Stallone and American Hot Dogs with 10, Subtitles Hurt My Brain and Winning Wheel of Death, both with 11. Winning Wheel of Death, I guess, has 12 because they're one of those teams. Avis and Bobo has 13. Greenwoods, Powder, Oslo, and Sterling Cooper all with 14. Platinum Stance with 15. Marley's Chains and Poor Things with 17. Primetime Players with 18. And We Own This City with 19. All right. So nice job. Like I said, I will adjust those after this next round, or as you're working on this next round, which is going to be your puzzle round. And it's going to be a Valentine's Day mystery. We're going to do a mystery round as the puzzle round for this go round. All right. So I'm going to ask you 7 questions, and then you're going to answer those, and then you're going to figure out what they have, what ties these things together. All right. What ties these questions together? Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday, Ryan. It's so exciting that your birthday is on Valentine's Day. All right. So here we go. I'm going to ask them one at a time. They're going to roll out one at a time, and then you'll have time to think about them and then think about what the answers are. All right. Question number 1, the 1944 romantic war movie Have and Have Not was loosely based on a book by what American author? Number 2, what 2005 tragic love story won Oscars for Best Director and Best Original Screenplay, but lost Best Picture to Crash? Question number 3, What holiday is at the center of the teen slasher flick I Know What You Did Last Summer? Question number 4. Al Pacino has appeared in 2 Best Picture winning films, The Godfather 1 and 2, as well as 2 Golden Raspberry Worst Pictures, Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill, and this 2003 notorious crime rom-com flop. So what's the name of that 2003 rom-com flop that won Worst Picture at the Razzies? Number 5, Ryan Reynolds' character Hal Jordan has what job before becoming an intergalactic superhero in Green Lantern? Question number 6. Though the film is very 90s, Cruel Intentions was based on what book from 1782? What is the book that Cruel Intentions is loosely based on? Number 7, what 2005 action romance comedy got a TV reboot on Amazon Prime starring Donald Glover and Maya Erskine? And last but not least, number 8, what is the mystery theme of this round? Okay, what is the mystery theme of this round? What ties these all together? I will say it has to do with it has something to do with the movies that are mentioned in each question. All right, I guess that seems obvious. That's kind of stupid. It's kind of a stupid hint, but like, don't look. It has to do with the movies specifically, not like. It's not like the words are all similar or some other way that sometimes mystery rounds work. All right, so I am going to give you. Let's say I'll give you 5 for this one. I'll give you 5 minutes since it's a puzzle round and you got to work it out. I'm going to go disappear, rescore those things, and I'll be back in a minute after I do that. All right. Good luck, everybody. All right, I'm back. I've if you typed 1 for one fine day, you should have your points now. All right, let me. You got about 2.5 minutes, so about halfway through. So let me reread the 1944 romantic war movie To Have and Have Not. It was loosely based on a book by what American author? Number 2, what 2005 tragic love story won Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director and Original Screenplay, but lost Best Picture to Crash? 3, what holiday is at the center of the teen slasher flick I Know What You Did Last Summer? Number 4, Al Pacino has appeared in 2 Best Picture winners and 2 Golden Raspberry Worst Pictures, Jack and Jill, and this 2003 notorious crime rom-com flop. Number 5, Ryan Reynolds' character Hal Jordan has what job before becoming an intergalactic superhero in Green Lantern? Number 6, though the film is very 90s, Cruel Intentions was based on what 1782 book? Number 7, what 2005 action romance comedy got a TV reboot on Amazon Prime starring Donald Glover and Maya Erskine? And last but not least, what is the mystery theme of this round? What is the theme of the round? Let me check in with your answers and see how you're doing. See, I'm working my way through your answers here. You got about a minute left. Curious to see how we do on the mystery, on the secret theme here. All right, you got about 40 seconds. All right. Now, the trouble with the mystery rounds is that there's a million different ways to write the answer. All right, my friends, I am going to start the 15-second timer now here on the stream. Got about 13 teams in for the most teams have submitted their answers. Just waiting to see how we do on the mystery theme. All right, so I'll give you a couple extra seconds to send those in. Looks like almost everybody has gotten theirs in. I'll give you you have until let's say now. We're going to lock it in now. All right. Tough game tonight. Sorry. Tough game. All right. So let's go through question. Let's go through question by question. Hang on. Let me add this back here and let's go. Let's do your answers. All right. To Have and Have Not. That was written by Ernest Hemingway. Number 2, that movie, that tragic love story, was Brokeback Mountain. It lost famously to Crash. It should not have lost. Crash is not good. 4th of July is the holiday, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. The movie that Al Pacino was in is Geely. Number 5, he is a test pilot. Pilot is fine. Hal Jordan is a pilot. Number 6, that book is Dangerous Liaisons. If you put it in French, if you put it in English, that's fine. The title is technically French, but of course, I took it in English. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith was recently turned into an Amazon Prime series. And while I look through, let me just make sure a couple people got this. Here we go. That one counts. All right. So To Have and Have Not has Bogart and Bacall. Brokeback Mountain that's where Heath Ledger met Michelle Williams. I Know What You Did Last Summer is where Sarah Michelle Gellar met Freddie Prinze Jr. Geely is where Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez met each other. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. We got then more Reese Witherspoon. She's all over the place here. Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe, and of course Brangelina. They all met, and they had a wait. Oh, yeah, yeah. They got they took those ranching vacations in real life and Rosemary says that the Mr. and Mrs. Smith Donald Glover one is good. All right. All right. All right. So let's see how everybody's doing in the standings here. This is all right. So we've got Trivia Rocks with 6, subtitles Hurt My Brain, Frozen Stallone, and Ned's Nibblers, and Chris the Curator with 12. American Hot Dogs with 13, Platinum Stance with 15, Green Woods and Winning Wheel of Death with 18, Sterling Cooper with 19, Avis and Bobo and the Oslo Condition with 20, Powder from the movie Powder with 22, Primetime Players 23. We got a two-way tie for second between Marley's Chains and Poor Things, and we've got We Own This City with 26 in first place. All right. So let's move on to our next round, which is your double points round, and it's called Falling in Love Again. All right, so this is all about romantic films that have been remade in some capacity. So you have to pick the two actors who have played the same role. Sometimes most times it's the same character. Sometimes they change the character's name, but it's clearly supposed to be the same role in the remake film. All right, so there's two correct answers. Each one's worth 1 point, but there's a fake out answer that can wipe you out to 0. So just be careful with how you pick. If you know one for sure, but you don't know the other one, you can pick the one and just pocket it. All right, so here we go. Question number 1 is Linus Larrabee. What two actors played Linus Larrabee in the two versions of Sabrina? And your options are Humphrey Bogart, Harrison Ford, and Cary Grant. All right, starting the 15-second timer on this one. This one we're going to do them like last week. It will come out individually, but no timer in the game. All right. So your two answers here. You'll see all your how you did at the end, but I'm going to show you here on the stream. The two guys who have played Linus Larrabee in Sabrina, it's Bogart and Ford. Bogart and Ford, who've both come up a couple times here in the game. All right. Your next question is about the Heartbreak Kid. You've got Edward, or in the remake they call him Lenny Cantrow. And your options are Rick Moranis, Charles Grodin, Ben Stiller. Two of those guys played. I don't know why they change characters' names in some of these movies. All right. Just a reminder, you don't have to actually. We're doing the countdown starting now. We got about 10 seconds left on this question. 10 seconds to submit. You don't have to pick two if you don't know it for sure. You know one definitely. You can just take that one and be done with it. All right. So this one is the two in question are Charles Grodin. He was in the original, and Ben Stiller was in the remake from 2004 or somewhere in that thereabouts. All right, number 3, we've got Arthur Bach in the two versions of Arthur, and your options are Sacha Baron Cohen, Dudley Moore, and Russell Brand. Which two of these guys played Arthur? Go big or go home. I hear you. I hear you on that one, Helsinki. No guts, no glory. All right, we've got about 10 seconds left on the timer. All right, locking this one in. The two who played Arthur are Sacha Baron Cohen. No, I'm sorry. Sacha Baron Cohen's the wrong answer. Dudley Moore and Russell Brand. Dudley Moore and Russell Brand are your answers. All right. Question number 4. Thomas Crown in the Thomas Crown Affair. The two versions of the Thomas Crown Affair. You got Pierce Brosnan, Paul Newman, Steve McQueen. Which two guys played Thomas Crown? A romantic there's a romance in that heist. All right, starting that timer now. 15 seconds on the clock. All right, time is just about up, so I am going to lock this answer in and reveal it here on the stream. Pierce Brosnan and Steve McQueen. Pretty much everybody got that right. A lot of people looking at it, a lot of people went with Pierce Brosnan. You knew that Pierce Brosnan was in the remake, but it's Steve McQueen was the original Thomas Crown. All right, number 5. We've got the Beast in Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Who played the Beast? Robbie Benson, Dan Stevens, Idris Elba. Those are your options. Which two guys? There have been like a million versions of Beauty and the Beast, but I'm looking for the two from Disney. The two that have Cogsworth. All right, timer starting. 15 seconds on the clock. All right, time is just about up on this Beauty and the Beast question. Let's lock it in and reveal it. It is, your two actors are Robbie Benson and Dan Stevens. Robbie Benson and Dan Stevens both have played the Beast. All right, question number 6. We got Paul and Ben. They have two different names, but they are functionally the same character in the two different versions of Fever Pitch. One was about soccer, one was about baseball. Jimmy Fallon, Colin Firth, Hugh Grant. And this two different adaptations of Nick Hornby's novel. I always found it impressive that they managed to change the story, but the like pitch fits. It means completely two different things in the two different sports, but it fits both sports. All right, time is just about up for this one, so let's lock it in. All right, and it is locked in. Cool. So the two here are Jimmy Fallon. He was in the remake, and it was for the second time tonight. Your answer is Colin Firth. Colin Firth. They were in this is a Nick Hornby adaptation. Hugh Grant was in another Nick Hornby adaptation, which was about a boy in which he starred with Holt. There he is. See, there's the boy. It's about him. It's Holt. No Holt's barred in a kind of a roundabout way through the fake out answer, but still, it still counts. Yeah, a lot of Firth. It's Firthy. It's filthy with Firth. All right, we got two more questions here in this double points round. Number 7, Dudley in The Bishop's Wife, which was remade into The Preacher's Wife. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Cary Grant. Which two of these guys played Dudley? Hold your horses. You got to hold them. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right, starting that timer now. All right, gang, time is up on this Preacher's Wife, Bishop's Wife one. The answer, your two actors here, it's Denzel, who was taking over for Cary Grant. This time it is a Cary Grant role. He was not in, what was the other one where I had him as the fake out? Oh, Sabrina. Yeah, he feels like he's in Sabrina though, right? But it's not him. All right, and your last question is Reggie Lampert in Charade / The Truth About Charlie, which Charade is another movie with Cary Grant, actually. And your options are Tandy Newton, Faye Dunaway, and Audrey Hepburn. Who has played that character twice? Which two women played that character? Same character. The movies had different names. All right. Here we go. 15 seconds on the clock. Starting now. And yeah, I'm seeing I'm looking in the chat, seeing notes, constructive feedback. We're experimenting. This show is like 3.5 years old. I gotta try some new stuff. So I appreciate you going on the journey with me and letting me know what you think. All right, so let's lock it in and reveal. All right, so Tandy Newton, that is her name, like you might say, her name is Tandy Newton. It is Tandy and they like someone messed up her name in a credit early in her career and she just went with it for like 20 years. And then finally she was just like, no, I'm going to use my real name because that's my name. And Faye Dunaway was actually in the original Thomas Crown Affair. She was not in Charade. That is Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn is your answer. Tandy Newton and Audrey Hepburn. So let's take a look at how everybody did here. Let's open this up and see how you did. Cary Grant was a big stumbling block there in Sabrina. Wait, he's not in Sabrina though, right? But I know he's not Linus Larrabee. But I hope I didn't make that needlessly tricky. A lot of people thought Rick Moranis. Nobody fell for Sacha Baron Cohen, Paul Newman, Idris Elba, Hugh Grant. Faye Dunaway was a little tricky, but let's see how everybody's doing as we head into the our final little round here, the post-credits blitz. We've got Trivia Rocks with 14, Ned's Nibblers with 16, Frozen Stallone with 19, Chris the Curator 20, 21 for subtitles and American Hot Dogs. Platinum Stance has 23, Sterling Cooper with 28, Winning Wheel of Death with 30, Green Woods 31, Oslo 32, Avis and Bobo and Primetime Players with 34, Poor Things with 35, Powder from the movie Powder with 37, and a two-way tie with 40 points apiece between We Own This City, now joined by Marley's Chains. All right, so that brings us to the post-credits blitz. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Well, really 6 questions, 3 sets of questions. There's an easier one that I've deemed easier, and that's worth 1 point. There's what I deem to be a harder question in each set that's worth 2. And they're going to harken back to previous themes from tonight's game. All right, so here comes question number 1. Name the romantic epic set during a war where formerly married couple Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner met. So what's the name of the movie? Looking for name of the movie for either one of these. So again, you don't answer both. You just pick which one you think you know and you want to go for, and you answer that one, and it'll be either with 1 or 2 points. Or you could name the romantic epic set during a war where occasionally married couple Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton met. That one is worth 2 points. All right, so pick the one you think you know and do that answer. Do that answer. That's not how people talk. That's is that how people talk? All right, I'm going to start the 15-second timer on this one now. Again, this one's I'm going to reveal them on the stream, and then it'll reveal all your answers at the end in the game itself. All right, so I'll give you an extra second, and then let's lock this question in. All right, it is locked, and your answers here were Pearl Harbor and Cleopatra. And Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, they did meet on Pearl Harbor, but where they really fell in love was Daredevil. It was Daredevil where their romance really spawned. We're just going. I don't have a new one for you, but I have plenty of old ones to dip into. All right, set number 2 question. Your second set of questions. Name the city where John Cusack's dumped emo character Rob Gordon lives in High Fidelity, or name the city where John Cusack's dumped emo character Lloyd Dobler lives in Say Anything. He's dumped for a chunk of the movie. All right, so name the city from High Fidelity for 1 point, or name the city from Say Anything for 2. Cusack was the dumper in the previous round, in the picture round. Now he's the dumpy in these. He's often the dumpy. Yes, I agree. Charade is awesome. I love Charade. It's really good. Not so sure about Truth About Charlie, but all right, I'm going to put 15 seconds on the clock starting now. All right, time is just about up. So if you haven't submitted yet, send it my way. Let me look through this. Only one team got the 2-pointer. A lot of teams got the 1-pointer. They knew that was Chicago. It's very much a Chicago set movie, but it is Say Anything is set in Seattle, where a good chunk of Cameron Crowe's movies take place. All right, and your final set of questions, your final questions in tonight's game. Name the movie that, hang on, what is going on? There we go. Name the movie that Judd Apatow's This Is 40 spun off from. We had movies, romantic comedies with numbers in the title. Now we got 2 of them. Name the movie that Judd Apatow's This Is 40 spun off from for 1 point, or tell me what Steve Carell's character's first name is in Judd Apatow's The 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's got 2 movies with 40 in the title. So for 1 point, you can tell me what movie was the genesis of This Is 40. For 2 points, you can tell me what Steve Carell's first name is in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. All right. Let's put 15 seconds on the clock, starting now. All right, time is up. So if you haven't submitted, get those answers in. All right, there is a few teams got a ton of teams knew that it is. Hang on, let me lock it. Got to get my rhythm down with this new format. All right, so ton of teams remembered Knocked Up is where This Is 40 spun off from, and it's Andy Stitzer is his name in The 40-Year-Old Virgin. A fair amount of teams, fair amount of teams got that one right. Seattle was tough. Cleopatra was a little tough, and about a quarter of teams got Andy though. Nice. All right, so that is the end of tonight's game. Thank you so much for playing. I know it was tougher than I anticipated. I never know when I'm writing it how hard it's going to actually come out to be. I don't know who knows what, but some games it just shakes out that way. So I hope you had fun either way. If not, what are you going to do? It's free. So you get what you pay for. You can tip me though, if you want, because it is not easy either way, but I hope you had fun. Let's take a look at your final scores and standings here for our Valentine's Day game. We got Ned's Nibblers and Trivia Rocks with 18, Frozen Stallone and Chris the Curator with 21, American Hot Dogs with 23, Subtitles Hurt My Brain with 24, Platinum Stance with 26, Sterling Cooper with 31, Winning Wheel of Death with 33. We've got a tie for 7th with 34 between Green Woods and the Oslo Condition. Primetime Players with 36, Avis and Bobo and Poor Things both with 38. We've got Powder from the movie Powder taking 3rd place with 41 points. We Own the City slipping just a little bit right at the end, taking second with 44 points and taking this top spot by 1 point with 45. Marley's Chains is your winner for tonight's game. So hope you had hope you had a good time. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good time. Happy Powder's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Stay safe. Watch the movies. Next week it's going to be President's themed because next week is President's Week. All right. So study up on that shit. I don't know if that helps you. Yes. dump Chris. Yes. Cancel me and dump me. All right. So thanks, gang. Hope you had a good time. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll see you next week for President's Game. McClunky.